Hi everyone, my name's Anita, I'm the Violet Stitcher and this is Floss Tube number 20. Yeah, I have everything to show you today. So I've managed to touch all my WIPS and I have 2 new starts as well. No finishes this time. Some very close to finishes, but not quite there yet. So this is 1 week later than I actually wanted to film, but life got in the way. I got back from a retreat. I will tell you about that later, or possibly in between, as I babble. So I got back from the retreat and then pretty much instantly had to go to Croydon for work. It was an exhausting last week of the month. But back here now and a nice long bank holiday weekend, so I'm going to take advantage of that and get my floss tube in. Right, so as I said, I went to retreat, but we'll talk about that later. Oh yes, welcome to my floss tube. I keep forgetting to do this at the start. So yeah, welcome to my floss tube. I've seen I've got a few more people. I know someone shouted me out and I should have really written it down, but I failed to do so, so I'm very, very sorry about that. So if you new people who have arrived could tell me who it was and remind me, I will shout them out next time. And I would definitely write it down this time. Whoops. Sorry. I've also done a lot of talking recently, and it's made my throat a bit sore. Right, yes. So we might as well get on. Obviously, we're going to start with Dragon Clans, which is my focus for until it's finished. So this is what it will look like in all its glory once it's finished. And I forgot to take a full picture last time. Oh, I think I'm wobbling the desk a bit more. We should make that stop. But so you've got a close-up. So I was in the top. Which corner is it? Top left-hand corner. I was just starting. And this is where I'm at now. So you can see this is the corner I was just starting up here. And you can see I've moved along. I think I've got, is that page? 2 pages finished? It's 2 pages finished, yes. So I've done all of the wing, well, as much of the wing of the pink dragon as you get there. And then you've got the background is all wings of the main dragon. Let me move this one off the screen so I can show you everything. Oh, it's getting so big now. Right, so there we go. Oh, that's better. Right. Oh, let's move all those threads. My chaos threading. Doesn't she look great? All of that, all of those dragons. Yep, so I'm going to continue going across the top. I think you get the spines, more of the spines at the back of the dragon. I'm into a lot of beige at the moment, but they're becoming scales, so, and it'll be worth it, obviously. And then I get to move on to more wing, etc, etc, etc. You'll be seeing this a lot. So there we go. I'm at, oh, I wrote it down. What was I at? 59.8%. Oh, I'm also using a new piece of software to organise all my WIPS and things, because I used to use Trello and an Excel spreadsheet, several Excel spreadsheets, and now I'm using something called Notion, which I will put a link to down below. And I watched a lot of Floss Tube, I think there were 3. Oh, what did I do with my pen? To write it down to tell you later. Anyway, hopefully I'll remember. So yeah, I'm using Notion to keep track of all my WIPS and where they are, and also I'm using it to count up, so a virtual book of days, to automatically add how much stitching I've done every month, which is quite cool. There's still some bits that I haven't tidied up properly, so Excuse me if I don't get everything quite right. Oh, also, I put the number in the wrong place. Anyway, so Dragon Clans, I stitched. Oh, that's not what I wanted. See, still a bit new to this. I stitched 5,882 stitches on that this month. Last month, because we're in May now. April. I did that in April. So that's pretty good going. So met my goal on that one. Oh yes. Also, I should say, Dragon Clans is charted by Paine Free Crafts. Most of my full coverage ones are, and is designed by Anne Stokes. Also, a lot of my WIPS are. I haven't counted how many, but it is a substantial number. Right. So, what shall we go on to next? I've got this massive stack of WIPS. Oh, let's do the tiny one. So, Real Comfort. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished, apart from that alphabet along the bottom. I'm not going to bother with that. This is where I was at last time. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery. And it was created as a tribute to Jane Austen. Oh, pardon me. 200 years of Jane Austen. Yeah. So I'm not bothering that because it's for a friend. I pulled a thread in the fabric. It's very annoying. And this is where I'm at now. So I'm pretty much finished. And I'm not quite sure what the percentage is because obviously Markup RXP is taking into account all the alphabet along the bottom, which I'm not doing. But I took this one to Croydon, and it's been my travelling stitch because it's fairly small, and I'm pretty much done. I'm not sure if there even are any called for colours, but I'm not using them anyway. I'm using 3 variegated ones. This border one is Crafty Kitten. The bottom houses is also Crafty Kitten, so you're not going to be able to get that. But this one is a Thread Pickers silk, and it's called. Ooh, what's it called? Hang on, I've got it right here, so let me have a look. I've got tons of it, so I'm going to be using it forever. Highland Fling. There we go. Let's look at that. Oh, is that going to focus on that? There we go. Isn't it nice? It's very nice. But I'm really sad that I'm running out of this Crafty Kitten one. Look, I only have a little bit left. I think I'll make it to the end of the project, but I'm sad that there's not going to be much more left of that. So that's where that is at. I should finish it this month, and then I need to fully finish it and give it to my friend. Yes, I need to fully finish a lot of things this month because I'm just ending up with a stack of finished objects, and well, that's no use, is it? Gotta get them on the wall, otherwise what's the point in doing them? So yeah, that's that one. Oh, what did I stitched? It was something ridiculous because I took it everywhere with me. Oh, it's hiding on my other groups. Interesting. I did 1,653 stitches on that. So that is why it's made such good progress. Right, so this is one of the ones that I took to the retreat because it's a Mirabilia. And, well, actually it's a Nora Corbett one. This is Violet, now out of print. One of the faceless fairies. So that's what she will look like. And the problem with having 20 projects now, you can't find. There you go. That's what it looked like last time. So headless and with not much of a wing. I made quite a bit of progress on her. I did 532 stitches on her at the retreat, and can I remember what fabric? I don't need to remember. There we go. Let's look up what fabric I'm stitching it on. Dun, dun, dun. Is that going to work? Freesia. Freesia by Chromatic Alchemy. So this is where I'm at now. So you can see that I finished off the wing here, and then I moved down. Oh, so many loose threads. There we go. I moved down to the bottom to do a bit more of the skirt because I couldn't face doing skin. The lighting wasn't the best. Well, it's not as good as I have it at home. Ina did recommend a new light for me, so but even before the shops were open on Friday, I bought stuff. So one of the things I bought was a new clip-on, a new travel light. It's a little bit bigger than the one I used to have, and it's bigger than the one that goes around my neck, but the light is a lot better. So, oh, did I show that for long enough? let's show it again. Yeah, so obviously not finished yet, but I'm making progress. She'll get there eventually, hopefully by the end of the year. I did see at the retreat Nadine's completely finished Violet, which obviously was stunning. Yeah, and hopefully mine will look like that one day too. So that's that one. Right, what have we got next? Oh, okay. Let's go for this one. This one you haven't seen for ages because I haven't been stitching on it. Oh, I've only got a progress picture. Okay, so this is Sky Queen from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. I've forgotten what date it is. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not making it obvious for me. January 23. I'm stitching this with Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, and although I haven't seen hers for a while, let me just hide this bit of the pattern. I mean, not that you could do anything with it. So that's what it will look like when it's finished, and I'm stitching it on something called Unicorn Farts, 1/1 25 count by Chromatic Alchemy, and this is what it looked like last time. See, barely a start. It's not that much better now. I was doing this during the Formula 1 yesterday. Still in its tiny hoop. There we go. So I've done more of the wing, come out to the far corner here. I'm just filling in. I mean, it's mostly wing, this dragon. So I've put in, I think it was 100 and something stitches. $139 stitches I did. So yeah, that's where she's at. I'm going to be working on that one for some time. No plans to finish that this year. I think that would be a bit ambitious. So look at the fabric though. Isn't the fabric cool? Fabric's amazing. Love it. So that was that one. Oops, sorry for that zip. Shouldn't zip that away from the microphone. Next one. Oh, new start. So this was, I'm zipping it away. There we go. This was my new start at the retreat, and it is red Cabbage Sprite, not priest as we. Oh, I've got the old one. Hang on. Let's remove that picture. Right, so that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. She is tiny. She's only. Can't see her now. Oh, 77 by 139. Part of the Autumn Pixies by Nora Corbett. I'm stitching her on. Ooh, I meant to write that down. Did I write it down? Red Cabbage Priest. I'm doing it on Owl's Dark Magic, but the linen version, so which is completely different from the. Now, which way up is it supposed to be? I think it's that way. Yeah. This is Owl's Dark Magic by Chromatic Alchemy, linen, 28 count. I'm doing it 2/2. So I've started with the thread that's closest to the fabric because that's helpful actually. Well, it was the middle, so I mean I had no choice really. But as you can see, her other colours, other colours around that, and so it should stand out fine. And it stands out better than it looks on camera as well. So yeah, she's going to be flying around in the dark, all sparkly. So yeah, so that was my new start. I think I only got 187 stitches on that. Yeah. But looking forward to doing more of that one. What's this one? Oh, this is another Paine Free Crafts pattern, and it's going to look like. Oh, I'm just going to put this in alphabetical order next time. There are too many. Here we go. It's going to look like this when it's finished. This is charted by Paine Free Crafts. Art is by Anne Stokes, as it helpfully says at the bottom there. I'm doing this on 25 count 1/1, as I do all of my full coverages. This is where I was at last time. And which way round does this go? This way. Sorry, threads are everywhere, so. But I did a fair bit more. You can see. If I pull the threads up, can you see it properly? There we go. You can sort of see the dragon's head coming in here, and its horn is there, and that's its wing down the side. So slowly coming that in, and I'm at some really measly percent, like 0.1% or something. Actually, it can't be that bad. Did I write it down? Little helpers. 1.3%. Oh yeah, that is quite small. And I did. I did 537 stitches. So at this rate, it will take forever, but that's okay. That one. Yeah, this video might be a bit longer than. Oh, I did that. Sorry. Right, next one. Going through all my full coverages. Might as well. So this one is. Have I got that one right? Yes, Mixed Berries. This one is also by Paine Free Crafts, but not by Anne Stokes. This one is Stanley Morrison. There is a sow going on for this one, and I have forgotten what the I think it's like Hashtag Stanley Morrison Dragon Sal or something like that. It's in my description, so you can see it there. I'm stitching this on. I didn't want to stitch the background because I get bored of backgrounds easily. So mixed berries dragons. There we go. I'm stitching it on. Oh, it's not going to tell me. That's helpful. Oh, I haven't put it in. Oh, it's no good having a very good app if you don't put the information in, is there? Anyway, it's on some Chromatic Alchemy. I will write that in next time, hopefully. So this is where I was at last time. So I was doing the green of the Strawberry Dragon's Wing. I'm still doing the green of the Strawberry Dragon's Wing because I think I got 500 stitches in there. But you can see the, if I fold it over, come in, there you go. You can see the veins of the leaf wings coming through. And it's like I'm halfway done on that second page. So hopefully I can finish this page this year. Yep, so that's where that Strawberry Dragon's at. Love him. I'm going to say that a lot. Obviously, you always love all your WIPs, don't you? Otherwise, why are you bothering to do them? Unless it's a birth sampler which you're doing for someone else and you don't like at all. That's okay. It's all gone now. Oh, slip over here. There we go. Right. Oh yes, my biggest, most ridiculous pattern so far, yeah, is again by, sorry, itchy nose, Paine Free Crafts. Oh yes, it has a ton of dragons on it, by Anne Stokes. And I'm not stitching the black, so I'm stitching it on black because that's sensible, but much more sensible than stitching all the black, I feel. This is where I was at last time, and I did put on in quite a few stitches, I think. 708 stitches. So I have pretty much, no, that's not true. No, it's not true. Okay, so I'm still working on the pentagram, sorry, in the middle. Just hide it, you can see straight through that. Yeah, so that's coming through more. It's quite cool. I like, and I still haven't hit any black yet that I can avoid. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for a while. I did spot it. The black starts somewhere here. So I've still got several layers of colour to get through before I get to the black that I can then ignore. Yeah. If you want to watch people who are stitching all the black, I was watching DM's Crafty Vortex yesterday. Don Marie is also stitching this pattern, and she is stitching the black, and she's still in the top left hand corner stitching a ton of black, and I think will be for some time. I'm not sure who's going to finish first. It's going to take me years and decades, so yeah, maybe neither of us. Although I think she's definitely put more stitches in than me. So there's that one. I'm going to start stacking this on the floor. Too many projects. Right. This is another dragon by Anne Stokes and the World of Cross Stitch Where is it? There we go. Oh, I'll show you a picture. This is what it will look like when it's done. You can see it's a green dragon with an oak leaf tail, which is quite cool. It's unimaginatively called Fantasy Dragon. And this is where I was last time. So I was just sort of trying to get the head going so that I can. I was struggling a lot on this, but I've got a bit more. It's a bit easier now for some reason. Now that the shape of the head is coming through. This is what it looks like now. So I've done a bit of back stitching to help me along, and you can see the spines. No, I'm not quite sure. The flow of the head bits, and I'm coming down the neck as well, and then obviously there's a ton of other dragon bits over there. But this is 25 count 1/1, and I can't remember what the fabric is. Hang on, how many stitches did I do on this? I did 291. Look at that. I can just look at fabric. Clever. Did I write it down though? Oh, I didn't. Right. More information needs to go into my app. It's definitely Chromatic Alchemy. It's definitely 25 count. Obviously it's opalescent, and I'm doing it 1/1 because it'll be a cute size once it's done. And it's even weave. That helps. Oh, and I'm stitching it with blushing pink stitches. I haven't seen hers for a while either, so I'm not quite sure how she's getting on. Hint, hint. Right, another Nora Corbett. So I took this one to the retreat. There we go. This is what it will look like once it's done. I'm doing this for a friend whose name begins with B. I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch. Yeah, I'm changing all the colours. Yeah, even the metallic. I'm not doing any of it the same. And this is what it looked like last time. And she is still headless, but I have completed half of it, pretty much. So quite happy with that. I did all this stitching here that is the same colour as the fabric, but you can see the little, it's subtly variant. It's quite pretty when you look at it quite close. And I've started putting the metallic in. So now obviously we'll just go up and finish the rest of the bee. But it's almost 50% done. It's a bit hard to tell because I scanned it into markup, so it doesn't. I didn't put it all in the same area, so it doesn't quite know how many stitches there are supposed to be. So yeah, I think that's coming along well. Quite happy with that. Oh, and I did. Fabric is some sort of 25 count that I got in a grab bag from Lakeside. It's 25 count 1/1, and I saw someone doing 25 count at the retreat, and they were fitting size 15 beads in, so that's promising. So I can do that as well. That was at Ina, I think, possibly. Bee Mermaid. Where are you? At the top, obviously. This one is in alphabetical order. And I did 608 stitches on that. So that's looking good for finishing by the time her birthday comes around. Oh yeah, and speaking of ridiculously small projects, Rachel will be upset if I don't mention this, but she's planning on doing the Mirabilia card queens, all 4 of them, on 40 count, 1/1. Now, 1/1 on 40 count. She said that she has to do it that small because otherwise it'd be ridiculously large. Well, I can't wait to see how that goes. See how supportive I'm being, Rachel? Yeah. I look forward to seeing that one. Oh, Rachel gave me the beads for Red Cabbage Sprite and lent me the pattern, so thank you very much. Well, while I'm showing mermaids, we might as well show, oops, this one, Mediterranean Mermaid. I took this one to the retreat as well. Ooh, squeak. To do some beading. Let me just move that around. So this is where I was last time. So I'd done the beading at the very top, and as you can see, I'd done one of those mid-fin embellishments. I don't know what you call that. Anyway, this is where I'm at now. So I've done all the tail, the top of the tail, bottom of the tail. Anyway, this bit before, and now I've done, I'll just move this up. There we go. I've done all of these embellishments and bubbles, I presume, coming off over here. Oh, and look at my Dalek needle minder. I got that one from Sam. Thank you very much, Sam. Isn't he cute? Love him. He's going to move to my Dalek cross stitch, but at the moment he's still on the Mermaid. So yeah, so I've still got a ton of beading. I thought I did 200 beads. I thought, oh, well, that'll finish it. No, there are still a ton more beads to go and a whole raft of pearl bubble stuff coming up here as well. So I don't know when I'm going to finish it. I think I'll forever be doing just another 200 beads on it to get it done. So yeah. And I'm not... Beading at the retreat was interesting. I did it on the Friday before everyone arrived, so I wasn't knocking everyone out to the side of me. But I just couldn't get in a very good rhythm with it at all. I just kept... There was a lot of swearing going on, as Rachel will attest to. So I'm not sure I'm going to bead at a retreat again. It's too much of an adventure for me. So that's her. Did I say that's by Mirabilia? And I'm stupidly doing it on 25 count 2/2. That's why it's so enormous. But it does have the lovely printed pattern at the back of it. And I can't remember what it's called. Ocean Treasures, I think. Something like that. Right. Another new start. This is my favourite new start. So I finished a Chatelaine ages ago. Feels like ages ago. A couple of months ago. And in preparation for the Chatelaine retreat, which is coming up in, is it June or July? One of those months. They're doing the 100 days of Chatelaine, which has already started. So I didn't have a Chatelaine on the go, so I had to do a new start. Oh no, what a shame. So this is the picture. It's an awful picture, as usual, of what it will look like when it's finished. I cannot find an image of anyone having stitched it, which is actually very exciting because it could mean that they use my image when it's finished to go on the gallery, which is where I normally go to look at what it actually looks like when it's done. So I'm using none of the called for threads. Am I using any? Oh, maybe one or two, because I don't know all of the DMC. I'm using the correct DMC. So this is my new start. So I've started in the middle, so you can see that swirl bit in green. And if I bring it closer, you can see the leaves. See, that metallic green is a leaf, and this is a leaf over here. I haven't started any of the violets yet, but that'll be the next thing I do. So that's about 300 and a bit stitches on there, and it's looking so pretty. So they're all variegated apart from the DMC. The green swirl bit is slightly variegated, but there's not much to it. There's an anchor marlet in there, which I think I've done 2 strands of. I didn't realise it's a 4-stranded thread, and I think 2 strands may be a bit too much, so I might try 1 strand. This one is a water lily here that's changing colours. That's a petite treasure braid. That's a DMC there. And there are beads going to be muddled into that as well. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. I haven't overlocked the sides of this yet, which I need to do. This is on 28 count. Let me have a look. I wrote this one down. No, I'm pretty sure. Idyll by Chromatic Alchemy. Now you may think this is the same fabric that I'm doing Violet on and Dragon Beauty. No, it just turns out that I'm very drawn to purpley blue sparkly fabric, and they do have different names. They are different allegedly, but not that much different. And I really need to start buying different fabric, because you can't put purple designs on purple fabric all the time. It turns out. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And the same with my previous chatelaine. You keep looking at it going, it's so pretty. Some people were doing chatelaines at the Mirabilia retreat before we got going with all the Mirabilia stuff, and there was some finished chatelaines as well. They were lovely. I'm very much looking forward to my chatelaine retreat later on. So that's that one. Oh look, here's another one that's on purpley blue fabric. So this is Dragon Beauty, yet again by Anne Stokes, but this time charted by Thread Geeks. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. It looks nothing like that now. Yeah, so a lovely purple rose. And this is what it looked like before. And so I was going back and forth, but I've decided that it meant that I was, the threads were, I won't show you the back, but there was some long jumps going on. Have I got that the right round? Yeah. So this is where I'm at now. So I've decided to start here and move along in 10 by 10 blocks. So let me just remove that one. There we go. So you can sort of see, so here is the bottom of the jaw of the dragon. So you can sort of see his chin there, spiked chin. And here you can see the fringe of his ear flap. Oh, the colour changed there, didn't it? It became all warm. Ear flap bits in the dragon. You can see that. And then here at the end you can see the scales for its tail coming through. I still have an awful lot of black to do. It's the only problem with this dragon. There's quite a lot of black. But It keeps changing from cold to warm. Can't decide. Yeah, so that's where that is. And this is on Freesia as well, but 25 count rather than the 28 count that I'm doing violet on. But you can see, yes, again, purpley blue sparkly fabric, by Chromatic Alchemy, obviously. I did 561 stitches, most of them black. This will be an easy one to take to a retreat. I'll just stitch black and black and black. Yeah. So that's that one. I'm going to start moving it here. Here's another one you haven't seen for a while because I don't like stitching on it. It's my oldest WIP. Oh yes. So, I'll show you. This is what she'll look like when she's done. Strange, faceless girl. Well, she has eyes. This is a Bothy Threads kit that is very out of print now. Yep, so I'm doing it on the 14 count Ada that it came with all the threads that it came with, and I've had this, oh, I've forgotten how long, since 2018, something like that. Take out the hoop. It has travelled quite a few places, so it's a bit stained. I'll probably make it into some kind of pillow bag, maybe a project bag. Anyway, I did quite a few stitches on it. It was something like 525. Oh, so this is where it was last time. So I was still in the hair. I mean, I'm still in the hair, but I've done a lot more of it. So there you go. Still got more hair to do, and I realised I made several mistakes, but we've fudged it. You can't really tell. It's only hair. So continue with that one, and I might even move on to a different colour at some point. So there she is. And this one's called We Can All Shine. She's holding a jar of fireflies, I think. So that's that. Still not finished. Oh, look, it came out in 2015. Ooh. Oh, that's older than I thought. Maybe that's when it got published and not when I started it, right? Yeah, let's go with that. And here's this one that should have been finished ages ago. I can say that about most of mine, actually. Temperature Galaxy. So this one is by Climbing Goat, and I can't find it. Ah yes, this is where I was at last time, somewhere in June I think, and I have put 570 stitches in this, and now we are in September. Look at that, see? Progress is being made. We're here. Beginning of September, I think that is. So I'm on track or ahead of time of being finished this year. I know I've still got all those beads. On time for being finished this year. So yeah, still carrying onwards. This is done on black 25 count 1/1. There's not much more to say about this, is there? Other than the fact that it was warm in August, as you can see, and then it became less warm as it arrived into September, as usual, for the Northern Hemisphere. So there we go. It'll be done one day. Right, that's that one. See how much I don't like it. It doesn't even get a proper project bag. It's just in an A4 folder. It just doesn't deserve one. Should have been done by now. What is this one? Is this Dragon Pancakes? It might be Dragon Pancakes. Let me just open to have a check. Yes. Okay, so Dragon Pancakes I was doing with Cross Stitch Bunny. She has finished hers ages ago. This is what it will look like when it's finished, only I'm not doing that lacy border. This is where I was at last time. I'm doing it on, I'm not sure what fabric, but it's 28 count and it is fraying all over the place and I really need to sort that out. And I did 795 stitches. So more pancakes have been done. I'm saving the wings till last, it would appear. More pancakes, more backstitch, and I'm really starting to crave pancakes whenever I see it. Yep, still snoozing on top of all the pancakes. So there we go. This is by, oh yes, I wrote this down. Dragon Pancakes. It's an Etsy shop called Stitch by Soul, and it's by Nadezhda Kazarina. That's part of the SAL, and I haven't. Oh, I have written all the hashtag. Kazarina Dragon SAL. That's what it is. Yeah. Only I hardly ever post on Instagram. I'm very bad at it. I should do it more. So yeah. It'll be done. Oh no, where's that thread come from? There we go. Threads everywhere. Right. Oh, next one. Here we go. This is Dalek. Dalek is by Thread Geeks, and the artist is Idea Marina. And I can't find the picture of what it's going to. Oh, scroll to the top. There we go. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's quite cool. I'm doing this for my husband. He doesn't watch these either anymore, so we're good. And this is where I was at last time. I'm trying to finish this by his birthday or Christmas, at the end of the year basically. And this means that I have to do about 1,500 stitches on it a month. This time I managed 1,554, so we're okay, we're on track, and we are down to here. 1, 2, 3, down to the fourth lot of antenna blobs, and some bits of paint splattering going on over here as well. So yeah, and it's getting wider and meaner. Obviously not. So yeah. Oh, I should move the. Let me do that now. Move the Dalek. Sorry, Mermaid. No Dalek for you. Perfect. Put that in here. that's that one. Have I done that one? Yes. Where are we at? Oh. There are not many left. 2 left. So, and how far are we through? Oh, 50 minutes. Okay. Right. Next one is by Cottage Garden. Oh, next 2 are by Cottage Garden samplings. The first one is Clumsy Witch. This is what she'll look like when she's finished. This is approximately what she'll look like when she's finished, because I'm changing a lot of things. But I have continued to avoid all the changes so far. This is what she was at last time. I've done another 300 stitches on her. And this is what she's like now. I'll just move that. Clumsy Witch progress. There we go. So we have got to the flag at the top here. I've done a bit more pumpkin, a bit more brush at the bottom here. But soon I need to match colours to my cat to work out what to stitch her in. I've taken some photos. She won't stay still very long. Unless she's asleep, and then she sleeps on the wrong side, so then I need to take photos of. It's a very unhelpful cat. So there we go. So this is also on Owl's Dark Magic, but this is the evenweave version. 25 count. I'm doing this 1/1. So you can see there's a lot more purple in this, which is quite cool. It's very nice. It makes a good spooky sky. So yeah, still headless witch. I don't like my stitching looking at me, so I should remain headless for a bit longer. That's that one. The next one is another Cottage Garden sample. Cottage Garden. I have to read now. Samplings. I was right. So I've done the fox, but now I'm on the swans. Everyone knows what swans look like, but just in case you've been living under a rock, here we go. That's what the swans are like. And this is where I was last time. Headless swans with a few trees, and now, there we go. I have it the right way around. Still headless swans, a bit more neck, and a few more trees, and the start of the, is it an acorn? No, it's not, is it? It's a fir cone, I reckon. Doesn't tell me. Yeah, I reckon it's a fir tree, so I think some fir cones are coming through. And I've done a few more snowflakes and ripples and all that stuff. This is on 25 count Chromatic Alchemy. It's Cirrus, yeah. This is linen. Oh, sorry, evenweave. Duh. I'm reading it and I'm getting it wrong. So once I finish this one, I'll go to the other side of the fox and put the reindeer on, and then get that all framed up. So yeah, and I did 300. Did I say that? No, that was the other one, wasn't it? 344. There we go. Okay, and that is all of my WIPS and starts, and no finishes yet. Hopefully you'll finish next month. Should be real comfort should have been finished by then. At least. I'm running out of space. Okay, so I don't normally do haul, but I was talking to some people who I met at the retreat, and they said, "Oh no, Anita, you should definitely show your haul." So, because I was requested, that's what I'm going to do. So, as part of the retreat, we got given a coaster. So that's my Mirabilia Retreat coaster. And we also got a badge, which is the same but with my name on it. I bought some stuff from other people destashing things. So I bought the beaver, part of the Year in the Woods series, because I don't have that. And I will get onto that one eventually. So that was quite cool. Another destash, and I haven't got the picture for you, is Lilith of Labrador. I don't know why I'm showing you this. There's no picture. But yeah, look, it's Lilith of Labrador by Nora Corbett. I saw some people stitching this and they had changed the colour of the hair to a more purpley kind of thing. So I quite like that. So that might be my next mermaid. Also, I thought I did quite well because I was, Rachel talked me out of buying, I had a handful. I was like, I'm going to buy all of these. She goes, no, Anita, which ones are you going to start next? I'm like, none of them. Anyway, I bought this one because she is beautiful. Look at all her purple dress and the purple butterflies and that orange sash. So that's Rena Mariposa by Bella Filipina. I own quite a few Bella Filipinas now, but I haven't started any. So I really need to rectify that. That was from Hawkins Hobbies, who were there at the retreat. And I also bought Dressmaker's Daughter. I've been wanting to do this for ages. So I finally bought it. What I hadn't realised was it's pretty much full coverage. So that's going to take me a really long time. And also, I was like, I don't want it on brown. What colour would I put it on? And Sam pointed out that a nice yellowy green would look good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I have some. If I do it on 25 count 1/1, I'll have to check to see if there's any bugle beads in it. Oh, there might be. Oh, and there are treasures. Well, I'm sure we can substitute some stuff. And then it won't be quite so large, because it is quite large. It's 310 by 200. It's a BAP. Yeah. So that'll be my largest Mirabilia. And probably with the most stitches in it when I get around to doing that. So that was it for my haul. See, I did really well. So the retreat was really good. I had a great time. I was sitting on table with everyone that was at my the first retreat, Mirabilia retreat, I went to last year. So that was fun. Apart from Liz, who was didn't make it this year. So that was Lauren from Cross Stitch Bunny, Ina, Rachel, and Sam, and there was some new people there as well. So I made some new friends. So there's Eileen. I don't think she has a floss tube. Charlotte, who is cross stitching with the kids around. I'll put a link. Laura, the gin stitcher. It took me a while to recognise her. I was like, she looks familiar, as in I've seen her last week, familiar, even though I'm pretty sure I'd never met her. So I'm like, she's a floss tuber. There we go. So that was quite cool. Also, I met Susie, who makes some amazing bags. She introduced herself as to, I don't want to scare you, but I do watch your channel, which is very sweet. And yeah, she's a lovely person. So that was good fun. I made some new friends and caught up with old ones, so it was great. I was trying to persuade people to come to the Bella Filipina one next year, but I think because it's the 10th Mirabilia one next year that we'll end up going to that one instead, which is fine, as long as I get to see people. I was also trying to persuade Ina that she wanted to come to the Chatelaine retreat, and I don't know whether I was successful or not. We will find out. So that was all good fun. If you want to see more, I didn't do a video or anything like that. There were some lovely finishes, but Cross Stitch Bunny has done an extra floss tube retreat special, I guess, So if you want to watch her channel, you can see what it was all about. And she goes through a lot of the finishes. There were so many, and they were so lovely. There was a beautiful stargazer one, which really made me want to start mine. I just need to get the right fabric for it. So yeah, what else am I doing this last month? Nothing really. Been working, obviously, stitching. Yeah, nothing interesting has really happened to me. Other thing, before I go, I had realised that it's the year of the dragon next year, and because I love stitching so many dragons, I feel I should do something special for that year. And I don't know whether it's like I should have all my new starts be dragons next year. I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult. There are a load of dragon cross stitch projects that I want to start, some which I own, some which I don't own, that I'd really like to start. So I could do that, or I could do most of my new starts are dragons, or I don't know. I think I should do something, given that it's the year of the dragon, and I love dragons. I will be finishing Dragon Clans in that year, so that'll be really cool. So yeah, if you've got any ideas, let me know. I'd be open to suggestions. And I think that's it from me. Oh look, just over an hour. Right, so I would like to say thank you very much for watching. If you got to this point, well done you. And I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please subscribe. I'm inching up to that 1,000 subscribers, which would be really cool, and I will definitely do a giveaway at that point. Oh, I've forgotten to show Wind in the Willows again. I've just realised this. I always forget. Right, hang on. There's one more. I have to get up. Sorry. Okay. It's because she fits on a different shelf because it's so large. Right, Wind in the Willows. This is a Paine Free Crafts stitch along for last year, which I clearly didn't keep up with. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And I am in the bottom left-hand corner trying to do that rabbit. This is where I was at last time. And I got something like, what did I get? Oh, not very many. 143 stitches. Oh, so that's pretty pathetic, really. And that's where she's at now. So I've done most of her eye. So that's coming along well. Only this will be my focus, I think, once I have finished Dragon Clans. So it'll get done then. So there she is, it's Paisley Rabbit. So that is definitely it now. I knew I'd forget that one. I'm almost at my limit of WIPS that I want to have this year. I'm at 20, and I don't want to have more than 23 because it's 2023. So I really need to finish some things so that I can start some things. I mean, that's the way it works. Oh, is it? So yeah, so as I was saying, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you found me. I do love all your comments, even though I don't always comment back. I was watching, yes, it was the Giddy Stitcher. She did a floss tube on autism and crafting. I felt really rather called out on most of her points. I haven't been officially diagnosed, but more and more I'm thinking, yes, that possibly is me. But at my age, is there any point getting a diagnosis? Oh, this has gone on a massive ramble that I didn't mean to do. Whoops, there we go. Probably not, but I felt very called out, and some of the things were the starting all the things, the moving from craft to craft. I've done that a lot. Not being able to keep eye contact, and the extra effort it takes to respond to comments, because I don't want to half-heartedly respond to a comment. I want to put as much effort into it as you do to comment on it. So which inevitably means that I put it off for ages until I think, oh no, I'm going to film another one. I can't do that if I haven't finished all my reply to all the comments on the previous one. So that's what happens. But it doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. That's where I was going with that with that ramble. Anyway, we're going to stop now. So it was lovely to talk to you all. I was going to say see, but clearly that's not happening on my side. And hopefully I will manage another floss tube in 3 weeks or so. So have a good time. Take care. Bye.